Most games promise the thrill of discovery, but very few actually understand the crushing tension of the descent. Treasure Hunters doesn't just want you to find the gold, it wants you to earn the way back out. Treasure Hunters is a third-person action-adventure title focused heavily on environmental navigation, physics-based puzzles, and high-stakes extraction. Developed for PC and current general consoles, it's clearly built for players who find more satisfaction in a perfectly timed grapple swing than in a standard skill tree unlock. It positions itself somewhere between the cinematic flair of Uncharted and the punishing environmental awareness of a roguelike, though it remains a structured, narrative-driven experience. The core of the gameplay revolves around a weight and momentum system that dictates everything you do. Unlike many protagonists who feel weightless, your character in Treasure Hunters is tethered to the reality of their gear. The movement is deliberate. When you're sprinting through a collapsing temple, you feel the shift in center of gravity as you bank around corners. The standout mechanic here is the multifunctional magnetic hook. It is not a get-out-of-jail-free card, it requires precise aiming and an understanding of tension physics. If you hook onto a crumbling pillar, you have a split second to transfer that momentum before the environment gives way. This creates a constant sense of kinetic problem solving that never feels scripted. Progression is handled through gear durability and specialized tool upgrades rather than traditional leveling, which keeps the focus squarely on player skill. However, the inventor, Y management can occasionally feel like a bottleneck. Managing the weight of your loot against the stamina required to climb out of a pit creates incredible tension, but the UI for sorting these items feels a bit clunky on a controller compared to the fluid movement of the rest of the game. Visually, the game opts for a stylized realism that prioritizes readability and atmosphere over raw technical fidelity. The art direction is exceptional, particularly in the way it uses light. In the deep subterranean sections, your only source of vision is often a limited charge shoulder lamp or flares. The way the light bounces off wet limestone or glints off a distant gold coin isn't just eye candy, it's a gameplay cue. The animation quality is equally high, with contextual movements that show the character's physical strain. You'll see them stumble after a long drop or struggle to maintain a grip on a mossy ledge. While the frame rate remained stable on my hardware, I did notice some minor texture pop-in during the larger, open canopy transitions, though it rarely broke the immersion. The soundscape is arguably the game's secret weapon. There is no constant, bombastic orchestral score. Instead, Treasure Hunters utilizes a reactive ambient soundtrack. When you're safe, the music is a low, rhythmic hum of woodwinds. The moment a trap is triggered or a floorboard creaks, the audio shifts into a sharp, discordant staccato to spike the adrenaline. The Foley work is incredibly detailed. The sound of dirt crumbling under a boot or the metallic ring of a hook hitting stone provides the tactile feedback necessary for a game focused on physical presence. Narratively, the game is surprisingly restrained. It avoids heavy-handed exposition, choosing instead to tell its story through environmental cues and echoes of past expeditions. You play as an expert recovery specialist searching for the heart of a lost maritime civilization, but the real character is the island itself. The passion of the story feels organic. It breathes when you're exploring and tightens when you're in danger. It doesn't reinvent the wheel in terms of plot twists, but the world building is deep enough to make every new ruin feel like a piece of a larger, tragic puzzle. Looking at the pros, the most significant win is the traversal system. It is genuinely rewarding to master. The game respects your intelligence, rarely using yellow paint to point the way, forcing you to actually look at the geometry to find a path. Secondly, the stakes feel real. Losing a bag of rare artifacts because you mismanaged your stamina on a climb is frustrating, but it makes the successful extractions feel immensely earned. On the flip side, the combat, while functional, is definitely the weakest link. It feels a bit stiff compared to the fluidity of the climbing, often devolving into simple dodge and strike patterns that lack the depth of the exploration mechanics. Additionally, the camera can occasionally struggle in tight vertical corridors, leading to a few blind jumps that feel unfair rather than challenging. In terms of value, Treasure Hunters offers a solid 20-hour main campaign with significant replayability for completionists and those hunting for the most elusive prime artifacts. Given its level of polish and unique mechanical hook, the price point feels well justified. It's a dense, focused experience that doesn't waste your time with map filler side quests. Ultimately, Treasure Hunters is a masterclass in atmospheric exploration. It is perfect for players who want a thinking person's adventure game, someone who values the journey and the mechanical challenge of the environment over mindless combat. If you're looking for a fast-paced character action game, this might feel too slow for you, but for everyone else, it's a breath of fresh air. Taking everything into account, the stellar traversal, the oppressive but beautiful atmosphere, and the slightly clunky combat and UI, I am giving Treasure Hunters a final rating of 8.2 out of 10. It is a confident, well-realized adventure that proves there is still plenty of gold to be found in the exploration genre. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more analytical reviews. Before you go, I want to hear from you. In exploration games, do you prefer a map full of icons or a game that leaves you to find your own way like this one does? Let's discuss it in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.